Sure. And he was probably fed up, and he thought, I'll get him back. Yeah. Maybe...
Unless he had his hair dyed ginger when he was on the witness protection scheme.
What did he do?
Presumably he had to go into, after all came out in the book.
What did he do?
What did he do? He stitched him up, didn't he, to the Romans, didn't he, Judas? Didn't he do it for 40 pieces of silver or something? I'm not big on the Bible, but apparently...
Incidentally, if you'd like us to stitch up any kind of Messiahs for 40 pieces of silver, just get in touch, 83XFM, we're willing to do that for you as well. So that's one explanation. There's another one here which is, again, I don't believe this for a moment. It says here, ginger people get a lot of stick because in Elizabethan times, people with ginger hair were told that their mother had slept with the devil. And that was why their hair was ginger. So there's two options. Maybe if you've got some more, you can any more spurious thoughts, then get in touch. 83XFM. But yeah, I don't know.
So, no, there might be truth of both of those. I mean, the point is that if either of those are true, they were already being picked on. If you know what I mean.
Right.
That's the point. It's sort of like maybe that's not the total root of it. Well, the Judas thing might be the root of it. The first big ginger to do something a little bit.
So if he was bald, then all bald people would be like,
yeah,
get a hard time on that.
Yeah.
Well, we do mock you behind your back anyway, Carl. That's going on. Don't worry.
So play a record and think of something that's happened to tell these poor scientists what's going on in the world. All you've come up with so far is the Pope's dead and there's a big spider. What is that?
That eats chicken.
Pope's rainy night in Soho. I hope there isn't a rainy night in Soho tonight. I reckon you're one of those who agrees with me. So we just had an email here from a guy called James Lee. He says, hi, just writing a bit of info on the scientists in Antarctica. I'm a scientist who's just come back from one of the Antarctic bases called Halley, or Haley. There are 15 people staying there over the Antarctic winter. The scientists are looking mainly at the atmosphere, things like the ozone hole and meteorology. I think there are 6 scientists staying over the winter, as well as a doctor, electrician, mechanic, and a carpenter, and so on. And so he's saying they do listen. They have the internet, so they maybe could listen to the show on the internet. And if you get the chance, say hi to Francis, and the rest of the winter is for me. Sure, no problem. Yeah, thanks, James. But yeah, there they are. That's what they're doing. That's what they're up to.
But why are they asking you for a message though? When I mean, have these people got families and that, or are they convicts, or?
No, what do you mean? Of course they probably do get messages from their family.
Well, why are you doing one for one? Is that... I mean, say, do you know, like, you see it in, like, Porridge and stuff like that, where if someone's in prison and no one visits them, and they sort of look a bit fed up and that, is this message that you're doing for like, people who don't get a letter in the post from...
Brilliant. So they put this on the shelf until someone doesn't get one. Alright, Hargreaves? Yes, sir, I didn't get a message today, sir. You have got a message, Hargreaves? Oh, what, sir? Hargreaves, you have got a message. Really, sir? From Ricky Gervais. Really, sir? And I give it... Don't talk, please, there are scientists listening. Try to keep the talking shit down to a minimum today.
Well, what's annoying me is, right, they're saying they're stuck over there for months, but it seems to me like they're wasting a lot of time.
Why?
Well, you're saying they probably watch DVDs, they're saying they've got internet access.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Well, I'm wrong.
Listening to messages, get the job done, go home.
Well, that's so. Well, then we don't have to tell them anything then, because they listen to the internet. If they've got the internet, then yeah, it's a waste of time. Good point. Play records.
Well, hang on. Before that, here's a good point. You've had long time to research what's been going on in the world. We just had an email here from Nicholas who says, "Why haven't you told them about the recent pig Olympics that just went on in China? You've missed that." XFM.
First of the game to die, Morrissey, XFM 104.9, and Ricky Gervais with you, Steve Merchant and Carl Pilkington. Well, Carl, you failed miserably. The scientists stuck away. Right, one more chance. What's happened in the last couple of weeks? Just one more chance to... What have you seen in the last couple of weeks?
Well, like I said, I don't really watch the news and that, so I can't tell them about that. But in a way, I think they're better off not knowing. I think that's the only good thing about being out there, isn't it? Not knowing about the bad stuff going on.
Yeah.
So, I can't help them there.
They don't need to look at the weather, do they?
No, not enough. No. But, talking about the Pope and that.
Yeah, it's pretty extensive.
What about the EU Constitution and the no votes? What do you make of that?
What's the problem there?
Oh, this isn't
it's better
broadcasting though, is it? This is nothing. Come up with something.
The fat baby then, the fat baby that they found. That was on the telly.
Right. Well, what was that?
It's just a little fat baby. That, I don't know, it's just a little fat kid and that.
What? What?
It was on the telly.
But what was on the telly? You just said fat baby, fat baby, fat baby, fat baby on telly, fat baby on telly. Do you meant to be telling them what's happened in the world? Tell me about the fat baby on telly.
It's just they've found some, there's this illness called Momo, right? And, they've just got this woman had a kid. It's really sad, it was on Channel 4 and that, right? And, kid's born.
You sure it wasn't Jimmy Carr?
Kid's born and that, right?
Momo?
It's called Momo.
Isn't that a Black Music Award?
Right, little fat baby and that, and, there's only 3 of them in the world. These little fat babies.
Right.
And, one of them...
They're in danger.
How fat? Are you not telling what do you mean? How fat are they?
6 stone it was only 2. And, there's 3 of them in the world, and there was this one, and there was one in Brazil.
Are they like endangered? Is that the problem? Because there's only 3 of them in the world. I'm a bit worried, this is like a conservation campaign.
No, it's sad. I know, it's joking that, but if you've seen it, it's a bit sad on that.
Well, I haven't seen it, and I know nothing about it.
Well, I've told you, there's 3 of them in the world.
Okay, what else was on telly?
Something I watched the other night, which was good. Again, you know, I learn stuff from the telly. I don't watch the news.
Well, you don't learn stuff from the telly. You told us there's a fat baby in the world.
Forget about them.
There's a spider eats chickens, and there was a fat kid.
Forget them in Iceland, right?
Yeah.
We'll give them Rockbusters later to do, right?
Iceland!
But what's her name? I'll tell you what is interesting, Steve.
What?
I didn't know that much about it. Autism.
Okay. Oh, good. There's some more entertaining stuff on XFM 104.9.
No.
Just to cheer up people. Go on, and what? Come on.
No, right. Have you heard about it, Steve?
Autism?
It scares me to death when he comes up, when he touches on a serious subject. We've been talking about wheeling a dead pope round, the Chinese don't age well, and ginger people are hated, and now we're going to touch on a really, my heart's in my throat. Go on, Carvin, tell me your insights to autism.
Right, well, there was this, again, Channel 4, coming up with some good stuff at the moment, right? It might have been Channel 5. But what's the name?
It's the attention span I like!
These people who, they've got like this autism thing going on.
Yeah.
And, they sort of take in a lot of information, they get sort of they get so into it that they know everything about that subject and what have you, right? And there was this lad who, he knew everything, right, about EastEnders.
Right.
He sort of, the cameraman was saying to him, so, you know, why EastEnders and that? And he said, I don't know, I just like it. And he said, I remember when I first watched it was a Thursday, it was 5 to 8, Pauline Fowler walked in, she had a pink jumper on, she said, alright love. And he remembers everything from that moment on.
Yeah.
Right, and everything. Which is great, but then, the way the programme was making out, it was almost like they were saying it's a disability.
Right.
When in a way, it's more like a superpower.
Sure. Like Rain Man.
if you can take
It's Rain Man. He has special autistic powers.
Oh God!
We were so that.
I don't know what to do.
So he can be a great technical mastermind. So with autistic mastermind, he'd be
what
kind
I'm
of
saying is, don't be watching EastEnders though. Sort of, why didn't they give him an encyclopedia and say, get into that?
Sure.
That'll be useful.
Yeah.
Keep him away from EastEnders. Wasting his time there. But I don't think it is a disability.
No.
Yeah, there are other things, and they're not. It's also autism is a matter of degrees. From what I know, and I'm sorry to have to do this, but I feel that I have to at least be the voice of reason, as ill-educated as I am on the subject. But I think there's degrees of autism. I think some are higher performance than others. There's other issues with it. It's not they're just got good memories. They don't go around doing tricks for people because they can remember stuff. There are other issues with it. Do you know what I mean?
Well, I mean, they seemed a bit...
You watched the programme, what did you learn? That he knows when Pauline Fowler came in?
Yeah, I mean, there was other bits where they couldn't control their emotions and stuff.
Oh, that other little bit, yeah.
But the main bit of it was he didn't soak up information and stuff, and I'm just saying, he didn't seem really bad. Do you know what I mean? There's disabilities where people say that's a bad disability, It's like how people say about,
This is
I don't
brilliant.
know.
This is just like this is amazing to be in a room with this man. It's incredible. You just wind him up and listen to what comes out. And I'm going to sit back now. I'm not going to defend you or explain anything. Just go on and tell me about the other disabilities that are worse.
No, what I mean is how people can sometimes easily get mixed up. How people are scared of like a cyclop. When at the end of the day, he's got a disability. A bloke.
Who's scared of a cyclop?
No, it's
apart
just
from Jason and his Argonauts. Where's this cyclop that you're scared of?
No, I'm just saying in history and in books and that.
No, not in history. History happened.
Yeah. But
What are you thinking of? You're mixing history with Greek mythology and Roman mythology and every other type of mythology. What do you mean there wasn't really a giant Do you think Batman's history?
No, but it was ages ago, wasn't it, when we were sort of...
No, I'm not saying it didn't happen ages ago. I'm saying it didn't happen.
Well, it might have done. There's no... I mean, what's so ridiculous about a fellow with one eye?
In the middle of his head, and he's big and scary and lives in a
Why is he
cave.
scary? Because what if he had 8 eyes? I'd be scared of him. At the end of the day, they've got a disability... Oh, we'll talk about it in a
Bobby Womack across 110th Street on XFM 104.9. I'm Ricky Gervais with me, Stephen Merchant, and over there, Carl Pilkington.
Can I just remind people that...
A man so stupid, it isn't actually offensive. I just want to put that out there.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Now, just want to remind people that they can get in touch on the text 83XFM. You'll need that text number shortly because we're going to be playing Rockbusters very soon. Gareth has texted in, and he says quite simply, "What's happened to the webcam? All I can see is a bald monkey." Well, you're absolutely right. We'll try and get that sorted out for you. But we're rockbustering now. Should we do it now?
Say it up now.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
So you should just remind people, Rick, particularly if they're trapped in Antarctica for the next few months, what this game is.
Well, this is Blockbusters, just totally ripped off, and the clues are bands and artists. Carl says they're cryptic clues. They're not cryptic clues. They're more like, what word am I thinking of? They're tenuous. Some of them don't work at all. So it's really, are you in tune with a shaved monkey? I mean, it's nearly embarrassing to get the clue. I pride myself on that I don't really get them. And I'm sort of proud of that, because you shouldn't.
Yeah.
But anyway, I think I've given it a big sell.
Yeah.
Now, you do win TAT today, but the big prize is going forward to be in the draw in 5 weeks' time, when there's a signed Homer that I got Matt Groening to draw. If you go to rickygervais.com, you can see him drawing it. It's an original.
Well, if they want to see it, they can go to xfm.co.uk/Ricky, and it's actually, just click on it, you can have a look at it.
Oh, you can see all the pictures there, can't you? There's also a signed Nigel Tufnell poster, and us three as Flanimals. But there's a little actually video clip. I was on rickygervais.com. You can actually see Matt Groening drawing it.
Well, those prizes are the ones the big prizes you can win in 5 weeks' time if you get to the grand final. In the meantime, it's the usual selection of mediocre gifts which will be given away.
That we've found in the draw that people have sent us to give
so
away.
First up, we've got I think most people agree, the mediocre John Travolta film Ladder 49, which I think barely made it into cinemas over here. We've also
and we're giving that away.
We're giving that away.
Brilliant.
On DVD, the TV series Grumpy Old Men, which I think is repeated every single night on BBC Two.
Oh, and that's free as well, is it?
Yeah, that's very
okay.
We've got the complete third series of Alias. Great gift, only if you've seen the previous 2 seasons. So,
is that the one I'm in?
I don't know, possibly. French and Saunders at the Movies, a collection of all their hilarious movie spoofs. Again, on television, I think every Friday. And the TV series Operation Good Guys. You know, fine series, but you could see that on UK Gold most nights. So, once again, an excellent selection.
But if you win all those and take them straight down to Record and Tape Exchange, you will be able to get 2 albums that you actually like.
That's exactly right.
So,
people send us them, so they can sort of get bigged up on the radio, so that's done. We don't need to worry about that.
angry.
So, anyway then, 3 clues.
Well, hang on, let's play the jingle.
No, I haven't got one.
You not got a jingle for Rockbusters?
No.
Do one quickly now.
Okay. Rockbusters.
Brilliant.
Right, so we got 3 of them. Cryptic clue and the initials. The band, it could be a band or an artist. We've done all that, haven't we? Right, first one. The fella let his wife know how he got the bruise on his leg. Right?
Give us that again.
the fella let his wife know how he got the bruise on the leg. He got a little bruise.
Yeah, it's all, imagine that in the Times crossword. You read it again, it's slightly different. Every time I look back at this crossword, it's slightly different. All the words change. It can't be cryptic.
The initials there, CL. Right, CL. Fella got a bruise on his leg. He let his wife know how he got it. What's going on?
All the muttering.
And what's the next
second one.
clue?
Second one, that Potter lad had a lot of bottle doing all that stuff with the wizards and that, right? He had a lot of bottle playing with the wizards and that. What's all that about? Right?
I love it! What's all that about?
TB there, band or artist, the initials TB, that Potter lad, he's got a lot of bottle doing all that stuff with the wizards. Yeah? And the third one, the Buddhists won't be able to get in their temple without these. What do they need? Right? The Buddhists won't be able to get in their temple without these. The initials TM. Right?
83936 is the text number. We don't want to receive emails from this because we can't be bothered, so just a quick text. Make sure you include all three answers. We're not interested unless you've only got, you need to get all three.
Yeah.
But the winner may only get two, but it's the first one with the most right answers.
And if
that wins all those DVDs. This is a box set, to be fair. That's pretty good price, that one.
You could probably get two CDs when you take that down to Record Tape Exchange.
And you don't need to see the first two seasons because you won't know what's happening anyway.
Oh, okay, fine. I'm excited to think that there's some people now in Antarctica just scrabbling around to get a pen, just trying to figure them out. You know, and they'll probably stew on that for the next 2 months.
Forward Inc. Gorillas on XFM 104.9 on Ricky Gervais with the Steve Merchant and Carl Pilkington. Carl, okay, we've got to sort this out. We didn't meet again this week, and this is a shoddy show. I thought we had a sort of framework for it, but do you know what I mean? No, I thought a bit, Carl could sort of tell him what was going on. He doesn't know anything except watching telly, late night telly on strange channels. Like he gets all his information about the news on Anna Nova, and I mean. I even tried out because Monkey News last week was awful.
It wasn't Monkey News.
It wasn't Monkey News. It was. I can't remember it.
I've been away on holiday.
Brilliant. Yeah, and the Monkey News stops. I phoned him up. There was a front cover of the I think it was the Telegraph one day this week, and it was an ironic story. It was a fluff piece, but it was a funny story. It was about a monkey in a zoo that had a lesson. It was like the equivalent of like 16 to 18, and it had a fight with its father, and it escaped. It ran away, and it was like, an interesting story.
Yeah.
I phoned Carl up and said, "This is Monkey News. A monkey has escaped from its cage after an argument with its father." And he said, "What was the argument about?" I mean, he thinks like Homer Simpson.
Yeah.
What was the argument about? Like the zookeepers are going, oh no, he's brought up his untidy room again. The father, oh look, he's caught him smoking again. I mean, what do you mean, what was the argument about? They have fights. They have fights and then it ran away.
His dad wanted him to go to college, but he just wants to quit and get a job.
Yeah, and he fancied a monkey in the other cage, and the father was saying, she's not good enough for you. Oh.
So
what
we've got
was
some
it
Monkey
about?
News today?
Yeah, I got a little bit of
You got a little bit of Monkey News, right? You've redeemed yourself then this week.
We've got some stuff there on that. What else has been going on? What are you going to talk about now? Sort of head's gone now.
Your head's
got
gone.
Monkey News.
Yeah.
Why is your brain? Why is it? It seems like since we've come back on air, you have become dimmer. I mean, it is extraordinary. It's like BSC has kicked in.
Or
and
did
you
we
really
just
are.
forget? We just forgot.
Maybe it's been a long time. We've forgotten just how stupid he is.
Yeah.
It's proper. Do you know what I mean? It's the silences. He
Yeah.
forgets we're on the radio. There's just
I know,
dead air.
it's unbelievable, and it's our name on this. They put up but as I said before, he is no offence, he's not a bright lad or educated or anything like that, but some things he says does border on the retarded.
I've been trying to take in too much information though, that's the problem recently. Well, I said to you last week, I've been like reading more books and what have you, and trying to take in too much, but the problem is, like even watching telly and that now, Suzanne said to me, stop doing that, stop watching telly late at night and going to bed, because it's making your brain too active. And I'm sort of...
Heaven forbid.
And I'm trying to get to sleep and I can't, and then when I wake up, she had a go at me the other day, right? Because it was the night after watching The Fat Baby, right? Woke up in the morning, and she had a go at me because as soon as I woke up, I said